Now that we've completed Part 2 and confirmed that our balance sheet aligns with Part 1, we'll move on to Part 3, Statement of Program Service Accomplishments. This section shifts from financial reporting to impact reporting. Instead of focusing on numbers, we're now describing how the organization used its resources to carry out its mission. Start by entering the organization's primary exempt purpose. For our example, we'll enter to provide educational programs, community outreach, and financial assistance to underserved individuals and families. You'll now describe up to 3 of your largest programs based on expenses. This will include lines 28 through 30. The goal is to clearly explain what the program does, who it serves, and the impact achieved. Line 28, Program Service Accomplishment 1. We'll enter conducted community education workshops serving over 300 participants, providing job training, financial literacy education, and career development resources. For example, grants were already reported in Part 1, line 10, so we'll leave this blank or enter $0. Line 29, Program Service Accomplishment 2. We'll enter provided scholarship assistance to 25 students to support access to educational programs and skill development initiatives. Again, we'll leave this blank or enter $0. Line 30, Program Service Accomplishment 3. We'll enter organized community outreach events benefiting over 200 local residents through resource distribution and engagement programs. Once again, we'll leave this blank or enter $0. Now let's move to line 31, Other Program Services. If additional programs exist, they can be entered here. Use Schedule O if more space is needed. Line 32, Total Program Service Expenses. This total should align with your internal expense allocations and overall totals from Part 1. The key takeaway: Part 3 explains how the money reported in Part 1 was actually used to fulfill the organization's mission. Now we move to Part 4, which provides transparency into the organization's leadership and compensation. This section must align directly with Part 1, line 12, where we reported total salaries and compensation, which equates to $60,000. The compensation you enter here should already be included in line 12. Part 4 does not change your totals. It simply breaks them down by individual. Let's enter 2 key individuals for our example. For entry 1, we'll include the executive director. We'll include their name, their title, the average hours per week they've worked, the reportable compensation that was reported either on a W-2 or a 1099, health benefits or deferred compensation, and other compensation. Now for entry 2, we'll use program manager for example. Again, include their name, title, average hours per week they've worked, reportable compensation will include $10,000, health benefits, and other compensation. Let's verify everything ties back correctly. For Jane Smith, her reportable compensation was $45,000, plus her health benefits or deferred compensation, which was $5,000. That totals to $50,000. For John Davis, his reportable compensation was $10,000. Adding Jane Smith and John Davis's compensation totals to $60,000. This matches Part 1, line 12. Here are some additional notes. Board members can be listed with 0 compensation if unpaid. At this point, we've completed Part 1, Revenue, Expenses, and Net Income, Part 2, Financial Position and Net Assets, Part 3, Program Impact and Mission Delivery, and Part 4, Leadership and Compensation Transparency. All sections now fully align. Net income flows into net assets, compensation ties to total expenses, and program descriptions reflect how funds were used. With Parts 1 through Part 4 complete, your Form 990-EZ is now fully built with consistent and accurate data. Next, we'll continue with Part 5, Other Information, where we'll answer key compliance and operational questions required by the IRS to complete the return.